As the oldest, I imagine Wesley will be assuming the family role of patriarch now. But something tells me, with their closeness as brothers, Wesley and Edmund will somehow share that position. They were always like that. Bernard, however, is showing himself to be more and more anxious about getting his hands on Violet's share. Poor Violet. As for myself, I find myself more and more drawn to wanting to know the rich history of this place. The very air around here just exudes the ghost-like feelings of past lives. Sometimes I think I can almost hear their voices.
What's the matter, Edmund, honey? Can't sleep?
It's just too hot to sleep.
Isn't that the truth?
Listen, dear, you didn't let that dinner conversation get to you now, did you?
Oh, no. I really enjoyed hearing about the children. Wesley and Louisa's boys sure have grown, haven't they?
I'll say. We live so far apart. We miss a lot. And when they told me that the oldest was ready for high school, I almost fell off my chair.
Yes, and Violet's daughter's almost 13. Now, when did that happen?
You mustn't worry yourself, dear. But the doctor said there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to have children, even yet. It'll happen. You'll see. We just need to be a little bit more patient, like he said.
I wonder what she was like, that little girl. She seemed so sweet and delicate. I wonder what took her little life at such an early age.
It wasn't uncommon for children back then to have short life expectancies. Hell, this whole place was built before this was even a country.
Do you really think you saw her when you were here as a child?
I know it. I saw her just as plain as day. She was all dressed in white and dancing through the yard here just as light as a feather. She looked me square in the eye and smiled as if she knew me. I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Poor little thing. It is just so sad that she never got to live out her life.
You mustn't worry yourself about all that now. It happened a long time ago. There's no need to fret over it. Listen, why don't we go back upstairs and try to get a good night's sleep?
You go on up, honey. I'll be along shortly.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, Edmund. I'd just like to have a quiet moment to myself is all.
All right, as long as you're okay.
I'm fine, Edmund, really. Go on up. I'll be right there.
Y'all better not let Wesley catch you doing that.
Oh, Violet, I was just...
Give it a rest, Bernard. You think I don't know what you're doing? You really think I have no idea what you're up to after all these years? Please, give it a rest. You think no one ever thought to look under that statue before? There's nothing there, believe me. So, how bad is it this time?
What are you talking about?
How much Financial ruin have you gotten us into this time? This treasure fever of yours has all the stress and anxiety of one of your deals gone bad. It's very clear that you're in dire need of funds. You might as well go and tell me. It ain't nothing I ain't heard before.
Oh, leave me alone, Violet. You're beginning to sound more and more like your brother every day. Y'all never did understand my prowess as a businessman.
Yo, what?
You heard me. Prowess. Businessman.
Please.
Would either y'all want some more coffee? I'm getting ready to dump it if nobody wants any more.
No, thank you, Ida Mae.
Well, I'm getting ready to go into town a little bit later. I'm going to get some ice cream for dessert after lunch. Peach okay with you?
I'd prefer chocolate.
Well, I'm getting peach. I've been catering to you all these years. This time, I'm getting peach, and that's that.
Well, alrighty then.
What's got Ida Mae in a tailspin?
She's getting peach ice cream for dessert.
Peach? Really? Mm-hmm. You think she'd mind picking up some strawberry as well?
Oh, you can ask, but I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. It sure does look like it's going to be another sculpture today. We got any electric fans around here?
Oh, only one I know of is in Ida Mae's bedroom.
Well, I wouldn't touch that if you know what's good for you.
Well, we're going to be here for a couple of days. I'm going to go into town and get some more, one for each of us, and that's all there is to that.
Well, could you pick up some strawberry ice cream while you go to town?
I just saw Ida Mae going into town for groceries. Why didn't you ask her?
Because she's getting peach ice cream for dessert.
Y'all couldn't ask her to get strawberry?
Wesley, just pick up some strawberry ice cream, okay?
And chocolate, too.
What do you mean?
What do you say we forego the ice cream for now and get into reading this diary?
Good idea.
All right, then. Well, let's get to it. I'll do the reading if nobody objects.
No, go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Go on, Edmund, go on.
My name is Philip Zachary Hammond, and I'm the sole owner of these premises, which I have chosen to name Willomere. I have put pen to paper on these pages to record the life story of the ones I love, in hopes that they may never be forgotten. June 6th, 1762. All the hard work that I expended in order to build my financial wealth has paid me back 100-fold today. For today I am overjoyed for the privilege of marrying my one and only true love, Miss Eloise Fairchild, the most beautiful person one could ever know. While it is true that she is blessed with external beauty, she is even more so from within. I have built Willomere with her happiness in mind to be her home and the home of the family that we will build here together.
Now there's a real man. They just don't make them like that anymore.
I beg your pardon, I'm sitting right here.
If I may. August 12th, 1764. Eloise and my plans were to fill this home with children and raise them together with all the love that we had to give. Alas, today my beautiful Eloise gave me our first child, but in doing so, she left me to raise our child on my own. My heart is so totally broken that I simply do not know how I'll be able to continue, but of course I must. For here before me in her cradle lies the child that Eloise gave to me to keep her memory alive. She is the mirror image of her mother, and I will call her Eve.
My God,
Sad.
he really loved her. How wonderful to know such love.
Edmund, with all the interruptions that these women are doing, it's going to take you a month of Sundays to get through that diary, boy. Go on, Edmund, go on.
All right. January 29th, 1765. It has been a difficult winter, and my heart is heavy as I continue to mourn for my dear sweet Eloise. But little Eve wakes every day with a sparkle that begins to once again make life worth living. She is a most pleasant child. Each time I look at her, she favors me with a big bright smile, and this morning she even giggled when she saw me enter the room. Even the servants delight in taking care of her. She brings such joy to us all. You all right, Celia, honey?
I'm okay.
August 12th, 1765. Today is a day of mixed emotions. It is the 1-year anniversary of the death of my beloved Eloise, but it is also the first birthday of my sweet little Eve. The child is risen to her feet and delights in her new mobility, although her sense of balance needs quite a bit of development as yet. It's a good thing her nanny has outfitted her with some extra thick nappies to cushion the blow when she finds herself back to floor level now and again. But even so, she never cries when she falls. She just laughs and rises back up again. Eloise, my beautiful Eloise, how I wish you could be here to get to know this wonderful child that you've given me. February 14th, 1766, St. Valentine's Day, a day to celebrate the martyrdom of a long-dead saint who lived to spread the joy of love in our hearts. I used to shower Eloise with chocolates on this day. It was her favorite. But today, I introduced my little Eve to the delectable treat, and I can now state for a certainty that she is, in fact, her mother's darling. On another note, my solicitor has sent word that my investments in northern commodities has paid off handsomely, and he will be forwarding the profits to me at once. When the monies arrive, I shall secure them until such time as I find them useful. Last year's harvest was bountiful, and the spring house is full and wealthy with the items placed there for safekeeping.
Did anybody else hear what I just heard?
Oh, for God's sake, hear what, Bernard?
The clue! He just gave us a clue. Didn't y'all hear that?
Are you still harping about the whereabouts of that treasure? What clue is it you think you heard, Bernard?
Didn't you all hear it? He was talking about all the money he was going to get. And then he said the spring house is full and wealthy of all the items placed there for safekeeping. Look, I propose we take a break and check out that spring house.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. But I'll tell you what. You going down and check that spring house out for us, and we'll have lunch. What do y'all say? I'm hungry.
You're always hungry, darling. But I must admit, I could go for a bite as well.
Now seems as good a time as any to take a break.
I didn't see Adam may come back yet. Do we have to make lunch on our own?
Oh, come on now. We'll have some fun together.
All right, but we better make sure we clean up real good or Ida Mae will have our heads.
I'm going to check out the spring house.
Thank you, dear.
You know, Wes, that will did say there was a treasure, just as plain as day.
I know, but we gotta talk it down or that idiot's gonna get out of control real quick. If we find any treasure here, well, we're just gonna have to keep an eye on him. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And if he finds any treasure, Lord Almighty, well, I could totally see where he would try to make off with it for himself.
It's become plain to all of us that he is becoming embroiled in some financial troubles again.
Yep.
You're right. We should just make light of it and distract him wherever possible. Let's see.
You ain't gotta ask me twice, son.
I have to admit, I'm really enjoying learning about where we came from, and I find it all rather touching.
Read on, darling, read on.
All right, let's see where we were. Some time ago, I took steps to arrange for a teacher with strong credentials to come here to begin Eve's formal education. I want to give her every opportunity at the finest education money can buy.
Why didn't y'all call me when you got back to reading that diary? Y'all know I wanted to hear what comes next.